Well, hello to everybody out there in this great big world. Yes, this is your brother Dana coming to you from the freezing, absolutely cold city of Chicago, where I need to get out of here like yesterday. Shalom to all of you, my precious Hebrew family members. May the love of the Most High Yah just be all over you in these days that we are in. Look, I've been watching a little bit of the trial for ex-President Trump. And I just had to come in here and do a video because the only thing that comes to me immediately is if that was a black man. I mean, come on. White evangelical family members, if that was a black man. First of all, he would have never even gotten to this part. But let's say he had. With just the things that they were sharing, I know that would have been enough to do an immediate lynching. Because after all, the Constitution was never written for our black brothers and sisters. And so white supremacy still, because see, Christianity is the basis of the religion of this nation. And the religion of Christianity serves the God of white superiority. Therefore, the Constitution is still subject to white supremacy. And when an individual or individuals, even within your own government, refuse to recognize that white supremacy is still priority, as the Constitution was written to support that. You will still turn against your own, because it's not the Constitution here that is the reality of the fight. It is white supremacy and sustaining that in this nation. See, President Trump for years and years, and I don't think he's ever stopped, has always said that President Obama was not a native born. Didn't matter that he had a birth certificate. Didn't matter if he was really actually born here in Chicago. The truth of it was, he was a man that was black. And to be in a place as a president to be the head and not the tail was never meant for anyone other than a white heterosexual male. And it was specifically never intended for any individual of color, specifically black. And therefore, whether or not he has a physical birth certificate, his color of his skin determines he was not naturally born citizen. And so today you have on trial those who will still fight to obtain the patriotic patriots of white supremacy led by Trump. Or you will have your Democrats and others that will stand up for the Constitution as it is written in turning your back on white supremacy. See, and that is why I'm called a traitor. Been called a traitor for years, because ultimately I turned my back on the white race. I turned my back on our white superiority. And I've been a traitor now for 15 plus years. And so this part of the video, I really want to speak to you, my white evangelical family members, because there is no middle ground. The Most High Yah's judgment is just going to be that much more solidified, because you and I know that this type of treatment that is being dealt with this situation would have never resulted to this place if the individual was black. So in this very move, the true Most High Yah is still seeing the hearts of you. And this is what Revelation chapter 3:16 says. I know your deeds. You are neither cold nor hot. How I wish you were one or the other. So because you are lukewarm, you're neither hot or cold, I'm about to vomit you out of my mouth. See, you say I am rich, I have grown wealthy and need nothing, but you do not realize that you are wretched, pitiful, poor, blind, and soon to be very naked. Some of you white evangelicals, I know, were talking about how you needed to go out there to support President Trump, and one of your exact words when somebody asked why, you said because he said so. And so now you want to lay quiet. Yeah, you did not go unto that Capitol and rake destruction like those who were cold did. But right now you are also not doing what people like I and others are doing as white Caucasian ex-evangelical, saying white supremacy, racism, that's what that's all about. Or in other words, hot for the truth. But you think that you can serve God and be spared what is about to be poured out upon you, the house of God, as you say you are, by staying lukewarm. They say I am rich, I have grown wealthy and need nothing. That's where you are, you're lukewarm. No, you may not be cold in your white supremacy that led you to the Capitol building to do what we saw on TV. But you're definitely not hot. And so your silent, lukewarm behaviors and attitudes will get you vomited out of the mouth of the Most High Yah, right along with those that physically went up to the Capitol and did what your heart supported. If those were black individuals on that day, there would have been hundreds and thousands of dead black men and women. And you know it. And you would have been in support of it. Maybe not verbally, but in your heart, because you're lukewarm. You're like the senators, the whoever is going to vote, Congress, individual people. You're like them. They know it's wrong. But that love for white supremacy and that devotion to it is still stronger. And then the fear of losing you, their followers of white supremacy, would cause them to be jobless. So therefore, silently, they are lukewarm. You have declared this on your own lives when I was an evangelical with you. 1 Peter 4:17, for if For it is time for judgment to begin with God's household. You have claimed to be God's household. You've claimed to be the true church. And you then have said, well, when judgment comes, it will come on us first. And that's exactly what we are seeing. Not because of abortion and not because of homosexuality, but because of your hatred of your black brothers and sisters who are the true chosen people, and because of your love and your obedience and your worship to the God of Christianity, which is the God of white superiority. Don't compare yourselves to the Democrats. They don't claim to be the house of God. The Most High, true living God will deal with them next, as He will deal with every individual and every nation, as the Bible says, that tries to raise up, or at this point, when the time of Esau, when the time of the Gentiles has come to an end, and the time for the seed of Jacob, as promised him, to reign forever, comes into fruition. The outcome is already established. It's just that you, my white evangelical family members, have a very small, limited time to actually move out of cold or move out of lukewarm to move hot into this truth by denying your devotion to white superiority that's been taught through Christianity, and to then cleave to the true children people, our black brothers and sisters, so that you will be blessed and spared and sparred from this coming judgment as a time of the Gentiles, as the reign of Babylon the Great, the United States of America, comes to its end. Those aren't my words. Those are the words of the Bible. I'm sorry that you have listened to facts that are not true. But as a graduate of a biblical Christian college, my devotion to truth is far more devoted to the facts that I was taught underneath Christianity. And I will cling to the truth as much as I can. Because after all, you say, when you know the truth, it absolutely sets you free. I'm free. My sadness, though, comes when I know you're not. Shalom.